Good evening, Cassandra. How you doing? Valerie, how you doing? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Hi.
So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Um, if you guys like, you can kind of tell me about any progress that you've been making or obstacles that you may have been running into up until this point with the information that we've been covering. And if the information that we've been covering is stuff that you already passed, then that's okay. That's, but otherwise, what have you been working on with your business in the last week or two or so? If you've been doing anything, I'd like to know.
Alan, I wanted to the last meeting, is that on Facebook or somewhere
Yep,
that
everything gets posted into the group.
Okay, all right. I need to go back to last week. But for me, this last week, have been working on improving efficiencies in my office, specifically related to caregiver recruitment and onboarding. So over the past 2 years, it seems like a long time, but it's flown. But pretty much probably right after we got into COVID. Well, I had someone in my office. They had been there for 9 years. They knew the process in their sleeps, front, back, every which way. They retired after 9 years, and I have not had like a solid person in that position. So it's been approximately 2 years now. And each time someone came on, you start the process, and then for whatever reason, it wasn't a match. People got married, moved out of state, started their own business, or a whole different varying reasons. And some people just simply was not a fit. So they would start and then they would end. Then we would have a gap when nobody was there. Then somebody else would start. They would be retrained. Then they would leave. And then we'd have a gap and nobody was there. So we never caught up. So we have like 2 years of not like really catching up, but like some real hard organization to do. And in that process, we went from an in-house onboarding process to a virtual onboarding process, and everything was done electronically, or most things. So some of the process got broken. So now we're in a little more of a stable position. I have a new director that came on board the first January 3rd. I have a new office staff. So now we're just going through and we're just really cleaning house and bringing the structure back to the organization so that we all know what we're doing. The left hand knows what the right hand is doing, and each task is assigned to a specific person for accountability.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
Seems like you really have everything squared away. I ran into that problem, like playing catch up.
Mhm.
That's definitely, I could definitely appreciate that. And it's like it's always happening. It's never like and I'm prepared for it. And I know it's going to happen again. And I'm almost in that situation now to some degree where for my particular situation, it's just you reminded me of something, and I wanted to show you guys at this now, and I'm trying to find it. But I'm just at the point where we have so many inquiries and so many applicants that we're just trying to shuffle through all the inquiries and not make sure nothing slips through the cracks. And then also just going through all the applicants' information is, again, making sure we got the good ones, and we're getting rid of the rest. So I get it, and having someone consistent there is essential, and it's all and I know it's so frustrating when you lose somebody that you trained. That is
Right.
like so disheartening.
Yes.
But and I'm gonna tell you that the best solution to that is always to record the best way you can the processes that they've learned and have them even document the steps. So they almost going to create a training manual for you.
That is so true. I just had that conversation with my director today. So we use Loom. So I have a few VAs. So I had to actually like solidify my staff with VAs. So we use Loom. So that's how some of my VAs have been trained, and they record like a 5-minute video of whatever it is that they're doing. So if for some reason they need to move on, it's there for the next person.
Exactly. So that's awesome. And those are the day-to-day processes. Those are the things that I did, you know, any home care owner or in, I guess, business owner in general, because that stuff translated in all across all, I mean, businesses, just training people and retraining and retraining and retraining. I can't find
Right.
the email, but I have I wanted to show you guys, like I have some actual footage. And I think just like stuff like that is just so helpful for people just learning or getting into the business, just to see the stuff in real life. So I wanted to show you guys. I have my virtual assistant. So the what you're talking about is so consistent with the training that I'm going to do today, because it's
Oh,
I mean, because I'm talking about virtual assistants, you know, how to leverage them in your
yes, you
business.
are. I didn't even, yes, 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 you are. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
even, oh,
that's
okay.
perfect. So it's like whatever. So that's the yeah, great, great, great. Um, so I think Sonia just joined us, and we also have Valerie in here today. And Valerie, I know she was messaging me over the holidays asking about virtual assistants. And so I had to actually I just private messaged her to just tell her, like, hey, look, you might not want to miss this because I'm going to be discussing some virtual assistant stuff. This is a very, very, very exciting concept for me. I'm always excited to, you know, see what, you know, what virtual assistants can do and how far they can, you know, how much they can help. Because it's just almost like it's a game changer for small
It is a
business. It's a
game,
game
it is
changer for
a
small business.
total game changer. It is such a game changer. It has been it has been, honestly, without those VAs, I don't know, it would have been more unorganized than it was. And I am not an unorganized person, but some things are just out of your control. You can do the job of maybe 2 people, 3, but you can't do the job of 10 people and do it well. Like, it's
Yeah,
just not possible, no matter how many hours you have work, no matter what your good intentions, like, it's just not going to happen. So, and if it could happen, then you wouldn't need those, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And a company, a business is just a collection of people working on the same goal. That's all a company. Like a business isn't anything more than that. We just all coming
Mm-hmm.
together to accomplish these goals.
Mm-hmm.
And to get those goals accomplished, it takes multiple individuals. And being able to leverage low, so virtual assistants are low wage workers usually that are outside the country for me. And the majority of my virtual assistants are either in the Philippines and or the Caribbean. I just got a new virtual assistant from South Korea who is excellent with like design and, you know, and once you start playing around, once you start dealing with them, and India as well. For I have a whole team that just does all SEO just in India. So it's like once you start seeing it, you'll see like who does what. So Indians, they're good with like coding, building apps, SEO, search engine optimization, stuff like that. Um, Philippines, they speak really good English. So you have some Filipinos that I was just looking for. The once she had mentioned that she was hosting doing her once Cassandra had said that she was doing her onboarding on virtually, I had a video, I have actual video that my virtual assistant send me every time they do a video interview. So they're interviewing our applicants. I'm interviewing people in Maryland. Filipinos are interviewing you right down the street from my company. And because again, everything is going virtual. So I give them questionnaires, they go through it, they practice, they train, and then I sit them in front of the computer with actual applicants, and it's going great. And it's nothing better to have to receive from my virtual assistant a a video, like maybe like a 30-45 minute video interview, all the documentation that that they have submitted, all the information that we need to make a decision on that person right there in front of me. So I have enough to say yes or no, or are we going to take this person to the next step, or no, we're not. And that being able to do that is so efficient and so helpful. And if I was to do that, if I was to have an American do it, I couldn't afford it. It wouldn't make
I
sense.
know.
It wouldn't make sense. I couldn't make it make sense.
That is the truth. That's the truth.
So
now you mentioned the part about the video, Alan. That was the one thing that I didn't do, but I think that's a great idea. Or your applicants, are they typically okay with being on? So is the video, does it show their picture, their face?
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to get. I was trying to find, I have one in my like all of them show their videos. So I didn't want to put their face on here. So I'm looking for a specific one that I know that the applicant didn't show their video, but I can't find it right now because I'm trying to, get ready for this call. And it was just something I just thought about when you had said that. But yeah, they show their face. They're talking. It's just like this, just mine is, I don't have my video on, but you have your, and they're just talking in side by side, and I can see both of them. The way she said, the way they do it, I see both of them talk, just like it's a recorded Zoom. It's just Zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I see that this is an exciting topic. We haven't even got off the first page yet. Sonia and Valerie, can you please tell me something that you've been working on or thinking about or struggling with? Just a little feedback. Feedback is very helpful for me so I can, make sure I cover things that are helpful for you guys. Yeah. And if there's nothing, there's nothing. It's fine.
Oh, Valerie, you can go ahead.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Hi everyone. This is Sonia.
Hey, Sonia. I keep saying Sonia.
Right now I am struggling with finding a home to rent. So I think I might just try to go ahead and purchase a home because I'm having so much of a problem trying to find a home to start the assisted living business. But I've already done everything, taking care of all the other steps that you suggested in our other training. The name, forming the LLC, getting the bank account, and I'm reading some of the books.
Okay.
But that's a little slow process than I would like. So I'm gonna try to focus more on reading all of the books this weekend. But right now, that's the stage where I am at.
Awesome. So if there's anything, just call me tomorrow morning and we'll start working on that. You're getting the criteria together for a realtor. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to find a realtor, and then once you find a realtor that just understands what you're trying to do, then we give them the criteria, and then they're going to put you on like a automatic email to where as though they're going to send you multiple properties that fit this specific criteria in your target marketplace. But we can address that one-on-one tomorrow. Okay. I'll be available. So just give me a call tomorrow and we'll create a plan of action for you for at least starting the process. And if anybody else is on the call thinking about purchasing the property, I would suggest doing it if it's something that you're about to be thinking about or kind of on the fence about. Do it now because rates are going up. The market is really, I would say, it's a good time to buy right now. but it's gonna end. It's prices are high. And I'm saying that, so it's kind of weird. So I'm saying it's a good time to buy because it's easier to get the money. But that doesn't mean the prices are great, but it's just, they're just passing out a lot of money, really simple, easy money. And I'm seeing people just getting to the closing table really quickly. So, but I will say I do see that the rates, the mortgage rates are going up. So there are like 2 something, but they're going to be going up. So I just wanted to put that out there and just pay attention to the mortgage rates. And we'll also find a mortgage broker to work with you as well. So you can get, if you're not pre-approved, we can get you pre-approved as soon as possible.
Oh, okay, that'd be awesome.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the training, and then just like always, just feel free to stop me or comment or whatever. It's just a few of us, so it's not a big deal. It's only 4 of us, so we just can go. Just stop me anytime.
Yeah,
Valerie, go ahead.
About the virtual assistants. So do you use them as what to do your bookkeeping and 1099s, payrolls?
I use an accountant, but they're virtual. But yeah, I don't have like a virtual. So I use an accountant. My accountant does all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a accountant, but they do everything. It's virtual, but it's
Your
not.
accountant does the bookkeeping too?
Yeah, I have a bookkeeper.
Separate from the accountant.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's in the accountant's it's part of her firm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the accountant, the accountant is like, the lawyer, and everybody else is like their assistants. I mean, from what I can see in the accountant in a accountant agency or whatever you want to call it, the accountant has like these the people under them is doing all the grunt work, and the accountant is just kind of just making sure everything is getting done properly. So what they usually do is assign you somebody in the office that's like there's not an accountant that handles your books, and they're just making sure, just basically, it's a term for it, I can't think of it right this second, but every quarter they have to get all my bank statements and do all this stuff and make sure put it all together correctly, and get it ready for taxes at the end of the year. And what she likes to do is put so the tax bill won't be so big. We pay it quarterly. So that's what the bookkeeper helps with. And so yeah. But I don't have a virtual assistant out the country doing my taxes, no. And I don't think I wouldn't do that with them. I wouldn't get in my banking information. So here we go. Leveraging virtual assistants. So when we think about, I'm going to be discussing administrative healthcare virtual assistant services. Those are services that we offer, and also that we use in our organization, in our company. And we're going to be touching on that. We're going to spend a lot of time on that stuff. And then I'm going to show you some of the deliverables, the scheduled posts with the captions. So they do manage my social media. I post stuff too, but they create the images, the audios, the videos, and they also come up with the captions. I don't always use their captions because they, sometimes it'd be corny, but they do that as well. They do the Zoom caregiver interviews, and I find them on Fiverr.com, freelancer.com, and then the way we communicate and work together is a app called Slack. Slack is it's a pretty big piece of software that is very popular in like tech. So like a lot of tech companies use it for remote work and stuff like that. So it works great for us, and I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff in it, that like what it looks like behind the after you log in, like the dashboard and stuff like that, and how we kind of communicate and work together. So I'm gonna get right into it. So when it comes to leveraging, leveraging virtual assistants, as Cassandra knows, and I'm sure everybody else understands, if you had some experience with virtual assistants, you're gonna see your productivity skyrocket. Like if, say, for just a quick example, if I'm reaching out to potential referral sources and I have if I pull a list, just doing it the way that I teach it, I pull a list from the state, from the county, and I pick a county, and then the county has a list of all these different nursing homes, and I want to call, and it's 600 nursing homes that's on the list. Now, for me to get those calls made efficiently and affordable, affordable in an affordable way, the best way for me at this point to do, because I understand virtual assistant, is to use the virtual assistant. They can make, 400, 600, 800 calls a week. And they're using different apps. They're using like these dialers, like Mojo Dialer. I don't know. I think Valerie, you might be familiar with dialers if you being in the real estate, with a real estate background. So
I use Mojo.
Okay, yeah. So they're able to make an insane amount of calls in a time frame that usually would cost way more than what we would normally pay. So, for example, if I was to hire, I can't get nobody to work for me in America for under like $14 an hour. It's just not happening, especially nowadays. So, and $14 an hour, and you only make $14 an hour, and you making just let's use round numbers, 100 calls a day, which is a little bit of calls. It's not really a lot of calls, but that's maybe they could do it 4 hours. Yeah, in 4 hours, I don't know, depending on how many calls they, and I'm just like I'm saying, I'm just trying to use these round numbers. But if you're talking, let me get my phone real quick if I can do this quick math. 14 times, say 20 hours a week, that's 280. That's 280 times 4. So that's 1120 a month. I'm gonna be paying somebody $1,120 a month, bare minimum, to make these calls. Mind you, I have to train them too. So, and when I'm training them, I'm not usually training them for free. They're usually gonna be on the clock if you train them. So I'm paying $1,100 a month to have 400 calls made if they're only making, you know what I mean, 102. Even if we double it, 800 calls a month. It still doesn't. It's no comparison to if I'm paying $9 an hour to somebody in the Philippines. This is a huge amount of money for them, and they're making twice as much calls, and it's only costing me 190 a week times for $700. So, well, 750, 760. Right there should be enough to just be like, okay, we don't even need to do no more to training. Just show me how to get these virtual assistants. Because it's just that simple. And the sooner you realize it, the sooner you learn to implement it. And I'm gonna tell you, people use virtual assistants in their normal life. People that don't even be having businesses or nothing. I've seen families have virtual assistants like schedule everything for their kids, their vacations, their trips. I didn't know that this world of like people who do this stuff was so broad. And I first learned about this in real estate through a book called The 4-Hour Work Week. And that's the required reading this week as well, The 4-Hour Work Week. And I've been recommending that book for years. And it's definitely a real thing. So increase productivity, reduce labor costs, increase flexibility. As I was explaining in the first, when we first got on, about my ability to hire or at least interview, have all these calls being made, have all this stuff going on social media. Like it's one thing to just have somebody posting for you, but it's a whole nother animal when you have somebody crawling your Facebook and like comment, or everybody who makes a comment, everybody who likes, everybody who shares, somebody, you having a virtual assistant jumping in their inbox. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's no way that I would have been able to get that done, staffing everybody here in the States at my level, at my company size and stuff like that. Having a virtual assistant just really took everything to the next level. And it increased my flexibility. So now I can move and we're not stuck. We can get up, get out the office and go do things. We're not stuck trying to create, wait for this lady to come. And then we've been sitting in the office and nobody showed up for the group interview. We do group. So it's like, it gives you the opportunity to get out, be able to do more things, enjoy the financial freedom that you're, once you get to that point that you got to, and live a life. And when I hear Cassandra talk, she's like in the trenches, and I can see it, the way she's talking, the way she's approaching her business. She's very serious about it. And I'm excited about that. And I'm very excited that she's using virtual assistant, because like she was saying, that no matter how much work how committed you are, there's only so much you can do. And my response to her was that, a business is something that it's a group effort. There's no way you can't be, it's no way you can run a successful business for so long by yourself. It just can't grow. You can have like a one-man shop, but it's only so much you can do. And that's across the board when it comes to any type of business that you're going to try to start. It's only so much you can do in by yourself. And I hope I think Sonia said she was reading some books. Sonia, make sure the next book you read, I don't know if you read now, if you're not reading it now, or if you haven't read it, and everybody should read it, is the E-Myth, because that's going to, give you a better understanding on what it really looks like to run a business, and how it's not, even though you're the tech, they call it the technician, is the person who's actually skilled to do the services that the company is offering, or creating the products that the company is offering. But eventually the technician, if the technician never becomes the business owner and start working on the business and not in the business, you'll never have that flexibility, and you'll never be able to and you'll never be able to have any freedom. And one of the funny things that he always says throughout that book is, being your own boss may not be like a great thing. Like, to just be like, I'm my own boss, like I'm gonna drive myself crazy type thing. And so the way he words, it's really funny. But virtual assistants definitely increased my flexibility and my ability to just do more, think more, and work on my business and improve it and make better, make it better. Because the CEO or the managers, the owners, your job is to be the visionary and to drive the company forward. Like you have to have somebody has to have, vision and see where we're going. We can't just be stuck in today. Today is definitely important, but if we're just focusing on what has to be done today, and there's nobody thinking about the future, 6 months, well, what our company gonna look like in 6 months, what our company gonna look like in 18 months, what are the steps that we need to be taking to get us there? And if you're so bogged down just doing the day-to-day work, it's going to be very hard to like raise up, look forward, see what you're working with, and push the company forward. So I'm very excited about the ability to, the flexibility that comes with virtual assistants, improve work quality. Once I decided to use virtual assistants for like my copy. So like copy is like the written word. Like they started like doing copy and like creating our digital assets, like our digital images, our audios, just doing all the stuff that they do as far as like the work that we're putting out, brochures, newsletters, emails, and different things that we're sending to clients, brochures, like it instantly improved because for one, I was the only time that I was doing, like I was having to go into these different websites, say for instance, like Vistaprint and make a little generic brochure. Or I'll go try to figure out how to make a newsletter myself. And it's like, I don't have those skills and I'm not about to be learning how to design, I'm not going to learn how to design these things to get it done. So just a lot of stuff just didn't happen until, I was like, I wanted to do it, but like Cassandra was saying that it's only so much you can do. Like I wanted this, and it's even still to this day, but I have systems to get it done now. But before I wanted to get it done, I couldn't do it myself. So it just didn't happen. So now with virtual assistants, we can have a quality email campaign, drip email campaign with new text, new images, and different things going on. Once we give them the template and the format, all they have to do is go get the information, put it together, and then send it to us for our approval. So you'll just see the level of quality of what you're producing, and just go to the next level, because again, these people are trained to do this stuff. They're studying it, while they're waiting for work. They're waiting for you to call them. So while they're waiting, they're learning, they're figuring it out, and they're getting really good at what they do. I'm sure we covered social media management enough. I don't know. So like what I was saying about that earlier was that what they do for me, they create all my digital assets, all my digital pictures, images, and everything. They create the posts, the copy to go with it. They go find the hashtags this consistent with it. That's one part. The part that I don't talk about much is that they jump in inboxes, and that's like a secret weapon for me, because it's really effective. And it's like, it's only so much I want to put on the internet, because if I tell the internet everything, I ain't gonna be, none of my stuff gonna work no more. So that's something that I have them do, and we call it crawling our socials. So they'll go through all of my Instagrams, all of my person, not really the personal pages, but any pages that we have, like business pages, LinkedIn, Twitter, wherever we're at, they're going, if you touch our page in any way, you're gonna get some, we're gonna reach back out to you. So I'm really aggressive about that. And then, obviously social media does have like different, if you're doing like ads, where I know you guys clicked on the ad and then you go to another website, then you see that ad that you just clicked on. I forgot, I can't remember right what it's called, but it's a feature on the ads page when you start running ads on social media. And also, if you have like certain websites like Shopify, they offer those services as well. Administrative / HR tasks. They can do everything that an office manager can do. I mean, somebody, an administrator in your office can do from where they are. The only thing they can do is be there in person. So you can, it's they can do anything. And it's up to it's your imagination that you have to use to really harness the power that's there. Because they're like, they before we train them, it's like they're just a blank, like, we're here at your service. Whatever you need us to do, we can do it. And they're skilled in so much. And the best, and the thing about the people that we work with, they came to us already trained. I kind of like took a team from another agency who weren't giving them the work that they needed. And they were trained really well. So they knew a lot about home care and what to say and how to do things. And, I just had to teach them train them to do the things the way I wanted them done. But
wow, did you get a blessing? Oh my.
And I'm gonna tell you exactly how it happened. They they were in a group, in one of my groups. I'm just on social media, and they just saying, "Hey, are you a home care business owner?" I'm like, "Absolutely." Or we do this and this and that. And then once I seen them, and I had to kind of vet them first and make sure they wasn't trolls or just playing around scammers. But
Mhm.
once I realized that they were the real thing, it was over with. And it was like it was like 5 of them. They were like all trained. They had like, she was the lead, like I said, the leader, but the head was like, she had these underlings who she was training. So she's building her virtual assistant company in the Philippines. And we're helping her. And the more people, so like if I bring like you guys in, that increases their, workflow, and that, that's helping them as well, way in the Philippines. So yeah, that's how it happened. It was, just me being kind of like open
Wow.
to like
Yeah.
people who troll you on the internet. Because I get like I probably get like 60, 70 direct messages, DMs a day. So and most of them going to my spam. And that's because I'm running a lot of ads, and y'all see what I do on the internet. So
Mhm.
I don't just respond to everybody.
Mhm.
I don't most of the time respond to nobody. And I know I get a lot of slack for that. But it's because it's a lot of junk out there. And it just took me, I took a chance, and they were the real thing. And it really helped. Because before them, I was like just like picking people off of Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, like one at a time, kind of piecing my team
Right.
together. But having that ready-made team was insane.
That
So
that is insane. That is like perfect.
yeah,
I want one. I want to sign up for one.
I know it. And
Already
they're available.
big.
And we're going to make sure you guys have the information if that's something you guys are interested in. I wanted to do this first. I was thinking about bringing one of them on tonight, but
Mhm.
it's kind of like, I think that would be like a second video or a second training for virtual assistants, not the first, because I just want to make
Okay.
sure you guys had the basics in place. So if I bring, I don't want to waste their time. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they get on here, I'm gonna have to pay them. So I want to make
Right.
sure. It's only gonna be, so like if they do like stuff like that, I just send them like $50. It's not gonna be like an hourly. If I charge them hourly, they're gonna be like, it's a waste of their time. And
Right.
and I'm gonna tell you guys something real, like a little side note here. I have a child who loves Korea. Like they're super into K-pop and everything that's going on in Korea. The Squid Games, like Korea is popping a little bit in the kids' culture right now. And my kids are really, like, one of my children are really excited about it. So I have her mentoring and helping my child, well, not mentoring, but like talking about the culture and also the language. So she's learning Korean from one of my virtual assistants. So that's what I'm saying,
Wow.
that this stuff is like super exciting. Um, my mentor, Brenda Bashard, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with him, but he's a high performance coach, and that's my mentor. So a lot of the stuff
Oh,
that y'all see me do,
wow.
I'm learning it
How
from
long
him.
have you been with him?
Huh?
How long have you been getting coaching, mentoring from him?
From Brenda Bashard,
Yeah.
um it's probably been about 8 years. Oh
Really?
yeah. So when I first started my virtual business coaching, Cassandra, you've been around a while, right? Or no?
You
How,
about 5 years.
so I'm saying, have you been around like my network? How long?
Oh, yes, yes, your network. Yeah, I've been following you for a while secretly. I got notes from you, and yeah, yeah, your
So
signs.
I
I was
don't know
like,
how
oh my
far back you
God.
go, but do you
Yeah.
remember the virtual business coaching on
Yes.
Kajabi?
Yes.
That was Brenda Bashard. Like when I first signed up with his training, he had a program called the Total Product Blueprint. I'm just giving y'all everything tonight. He had a program called the Total Product Blueprint, and it taught you how to harness your knowledge of whatever skill. Now you see it everywhere, but he was first.
Right.
So he was the
Okay.
one who taught people how to leverage their knowledge into a business, like, you know, become coaches. And they call it the expert industry.
Mhm.
He's actually an owner now in Kajabi because he did so much for that company. It was like a little company before.
Mhm.
And if you guys are familiar with it, and you know, you'll see how big they became. They were terrible
Yeah.
back in the day. They were like garbage. But they're great now. And I'm actually using this training is going to be my next. I'm recording this because I'm going to turn this into a virtual training again. So
Wow, I have a lot of stuff on Kajabi, and I was actually trying to figure out how I could leverage this myself.
let's talk
Even,
about it. I'll help.
yeah. Okay,
I'll
let's
help.
do
No
that.
problem. Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do that.
And definitely. So this is an exciting subject because we haven't had
This
this much
is.
dialogue yet. This is the first yet. So I gotta take note of that.
And you know, can I say one thing regarding the virtual
Absolutely.
assistants? Okay, and I actually do have a question. Valerie earlier mentioned Mojo, but I wasn't sure what that was regarding.
Okay. So that's your
Valerie, are
question?
you still there? No, and then that was my question, or it's really more of a comment, and it was regarding virtual assistants. You know, Alan, everybody's not ready for virtual assistants. Like they think like they can't wrap their head around it. So when I started using virtual assistants, it was amazing, and I saw it as a blessing actually. And then I would share it with somebody, and they would, and people were like, "What, you use virtual assistants?" I said, "You know what? Everything's not for everybody. If it's not for you, don't use it. You know,
That's
don't use
not
it."
encouraging.
No, that's because they were like they were being negative
Oh yeah,
about
I get it. Yeah, yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like,
really? Yeah. Like
yeah, I
looking
thought
down on it.
yeah, they were looking down on it. I'm
Or
like,
maybe they
okay.
didn't understand it. Cause
Yeah,
sometimes
and
I get that.
that's all it was.
Yeah, sometimes
But
I get
Valerie,
that.
she
Yeah.
was asking you about Mojo Dollar.
Yeah, I know. I had the thing on mute. Sorry,
Oh
y'all.
yeah.
And I couldn't. I'm steady talking. I was like, "What? They can't hear me." Anyway, yeah, Mojo Dollar. I use Mojo Dollar. It's a monthly subscription. They kind. I mean, you know, I pay $125 a month, and you could just You can upload your list via a Excel spreadsheet,
Mm-hmm.
and just I mean, all of it, you could probably I don't really know that much about it, to be honest, because I just paid a monthly subscription and the VAs do all of the work in it for me. But I do subscribe to, you pay an extra or I think it's $99, and I pay $25 for a recorder. So I
Mhm.
can go back in and listen to the calls.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
yeah.
So what
So
do they
that's,
do? They call referral sources?
yeah, I don't use it. I haven't been using it for healthcare. I use it for real estate. I also
Yeah.
invest in real estate. Yeah.
It's a
So
real estate. It's really a real estate tool most of the time, like a sales tool.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
yeah, so they just upload, but I have used the virtual assistants that I use for that. I have been having them do some healthcare things, but like anything else, you have to manage them.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, you have to,
definitely.
yeah. So you have to, like, I have to give them the task and the this and the that and all of that. But I have had them look up some healthcare things, but because Alan has the ones who are coming from a healthcare background, that will probably be easier, because some of the tasks I've given them, I've seen, you know, they don't really know healthcare, so some of the stuff
Mhm.
be a little whack. And I'd be like,
Okay.
well, where did you get that? That doesn't even go, you know, but but someone like Alan's working with, who's more familiar with healthcare, the verbiage, that's what I need to tap in now.
Got it.
I'm spending a lot of time having to give them a lot of instruction, and
Mm-hmm.
they come back and give me the wrong thing, and then I have to, get more involved. And that's just because they don't have that background. But they can learn on the fly though. I will give them that. If I give them some,
They're smart. Yeah.
well, they'll
Yeah.
research. They're used to researching, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they do to learn how. A lot of the stuff that they learn, even speaking English, they learn on their own.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And
And
they're
then
and
you,
that's what we got to remember. They're humans. Then they're educated. their educations and some of the a lot of the education systems, I think, especially in like India, is better than ours because they understand this stuff way better than some of the people who I've ran into who have like companies doing those specific things like web developers, SEO, agencies and stuff like that here on, on this in America, in the States. They can't compete with these, some of these same size companies or even smaller, or some of the individuals can outwork some of these bigger agencies. And these are just one or two people. And that's the thing that I can see, like their abilities. I think Cassandra was asking like what exactly was Mojo Dollar? Is that what you were asking?
Yeah, so I was going to say back to the Mojo Dollar. So basically it's just, you just upload. Oh yeah, and maybe one day I can share my screen and y'all can see in the dollar. But anyway, you just upload everything and then they can it just gives them the ability to the numbers just automatically dial.
Yeah.
And then they're just there to, if someone picks up, if somebody doesn't pick up,
Yeah,
they
they're
can
ready
drop
to talk. Yeah.
Then they drop, and then they'll drop
Oh,
they'll
Yeah,
drop a
that's how it works. So
voicemail.
there you go. That's how
And
it
then
works.
they'll drop, once they drop the voicemail, they'll drop a voicemail. And then I have a number set up in the system as a ringback number. So let's say if they call you, you don't pick up, but you saw that you missed the call and then you call the number back, it'll display my number, and then they'll call me, and then I can try to catch the call, or whoever I have, manning that number for the day.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's really productive. It's really productive. It's for making like bulk calls. It's a way to make like, 5, like I was saying, when I was talking about, making 4, 6, 7, 800 calls a week, people like, what? And I'm like, and then it's like, yeah.
Oh
how?
yeah, dude, yeah, because
it's the dollar. It's a piece of software. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So you can
it's like robocalls.
yeah, and
so can you use this for recruitment, like if you're recruiting caregivers and you have a bunch of numbers.
And this is what I want everybody to understand. When it comes to all of this stuff, it's your creativity. Whatever you can figure
That's
out.
what I just thought about. Right. However you can figure it out.
Use it for that.
Yeah, because basically I give him a script. Like when I get a new VA, when I have a script, I just go on my Google Docs, pull up the script and send them the script. And then they just follow the script. So basically if someone picks up, they'll, interview them with the various questions. And then at the end of the day, he'll send me an end of the day report. And, I've given him instructions. He'll add them to whatever, spreadsheet that he needs to add them to, but the end of the day reports will tell how many calls he made today. So like today, he just sent me one today. He made like 386 calls, and he's only working for me 3 hours a day.
Let me see if I can zoom in here for y'all can really see this. So this is some back office stuff, this older stuff. I didn't want to bring nothing recent, so proprietary reasons. But if you can see here, this is them. These are my VAs calling referral sources. So you see the facility names there?
No,
is this too small?
It just says EOS. It just says EOS report.
Yeah, you didn't open. It's not open on our end.
The file isn't open. The PDF file.
Okay, let me see what I can do about that. New share. Oh, here we go. Boom. How about now?
No.
Oh
yeah, now.
Oh, now it's open. Yes.
Yeah. So what are you guys seeing?
I see some lines. My eyes are older.
The list from off the Maryland State website.
Okay.
It looks like it came from the Maryland State website.
Yeah, that's exactly where it came from.
Yeah, so you did the PDF.
Can y'all see this?
Yes.
So this is what they send me. This is an end of day report.
Oh, okay.
So this is the calls that they made. This is what happens. You see, we're not interested, dropped the call they got hung up on, answered but told me that they're not interested. Leave voicemail. And this is what most of them gonna look like. It's like, no. Most of them gonna say no. And then you'll get through, back when government announced reopen. Okay. So how can I add more to, hold on. Let me see another share. Okay.
Oh, okay. I said we were ready to say back when the government. Okay, I see. Never mind. The date is from last year.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see where it's at here. Let me see if I can open up it now. Where we got some good responses. But we get mostly no's, just to be
But what are you asking though? What are you calling to?
it's a whole script. It's a whole script. They're just introducing our company to them and asking, you know, we're the goal is to get to the decision maker. The owner or somebody who can, you know, give us referrals. That's it.
Now, is this for the home care? Is this for your home care business?
So these are this here. I think this was assisted. These were assisted livings. It looks like, right? Yeah, because it's a assisted living, assisted living. So not interested. Spoke with Cheryl. Drop call. So like we getting some. Oh, let me change it to this one, to where we can see. You guys can see some of the feedback that we gotten. March 9th. Is that this one? Gotta be.
So you call other jurisdictions too as well? That's you don't necessarily call. Well, anyway, if
Can
you're
you see?
calling,
What do y'all see now?
Facility name, county.
In Montgomery County?
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
county. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So we're calling everybody here.
Mhm.
And you can see drop call, let's spoke with such and such. Spoke with, see like here down in 128, we got somebody who gave us an email. See, that's good stuff. Darlene Hawkins gave
Oh,
us
I
an email.
see.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they, you know, but yeah, so like if we go, if I like I showed you the initial screen, you'll see like all of those. That's 1 week. That's 1 week.
So are you calling to see if they have clients that need your private duty non-medical home care services?
Yep. And we do referrals. So if they have a vacant bed, an empty bed, we can fill that bed for them. We're also offering them that service.
Oh, okay, that's good. That way it's a win-win for both of you.
Yeah, and we're always looking to do that. You don't just want to call with your hand out. You always gotta, you always approach with a give, not an ask.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's just something I wanted to show you guys there, just to kind of give you a visual like what it really looks like. So this
Now,
here,
what difference has it made, Alan, for you? How long have you been using this process and what difference has it made?
it's made all the difference. It's why we still have food on the table, because it's if the business consists of, you have to figure out how to get clients. Like you have to figure out how to get clients. So this was a way for us to continue. That's the first contact for meaningful relationship development for me. That's what we do. Once we get that email and once somebody says yes, it's we on them like a rock wall. Like as soon as they say yes, you know, she gonna get an email, she gonna get a follow-up call. You know, we can't go there personally, but once they say yes, you have to like take that yes as if it's your last yes, you know, and that's the culture you want to create, and that's what the environment you want to create for your staff, especially you know the people who are going to be engaging these people. So and in the beginning, it's going to be you.
Right.
So this is a report that we get from the search engine optimization that we're doing. As you can see at the top, you saw I don't know if they've seen the tags. So these are just some of the target. These are what they call keyword searches. So 24-hour elder care, Laurel, Maryland, companion care services in Silver Spring. So as you can see, these are the goals here. So like, you know, and then we'll go down and you'll see what the results. Top searches by country, whatever. Okay, this isn't what I thought it was. But watch this. I thought that was the whole report from my other virtual assistants who handle our see, I got that pulled up. Okay, here it is. This it? Gotta be. Do y'all see this here?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is who we use. Now this is definitely something. This is for you guys. This is if you have a website, if you want your website to get ranking on Google, these are the people that you want to be contacting. And this is freelancer.com. So
They're on freelancer.com.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So like I'm trying to see like a report that they sent, because they always send a report. I thought that was it. Because I'm always asking them, send me, oh, here go one. Second phase. Oh, that's a suggestion. Okay, here goes a report, like an analysis. This isn't the information. So what they give you really detailed stuff, and they show you what they've done. The first thing they do is say, okay, this is the goal. These are the keywords. These are the geo-targeted locations. Geo-targeted just means the geographic location that you're going to be targeting. They give you all the information. Y'all create, and then they get to work. They do all this different stuff with backlinks. This all this search engine optimization stuff that I ain't about to learn, and I'm sure you guys ain't about to learn, unless that's something you want to learn for your own thing and then get into it. But I don't feel like if you start a home care service, you need to go learn how to do SEO. Just find somebody who know how to do it. And that goes for basically everything in the beginning. But I do want to say, I think this is a report here, a full report. But I thought I had it already. I was trying to be more prepared. Okay. So we ranked 7 on Google here.
All right, so somebody searched.
Yeah, you can see this stuff. Okay, cool. So
if you rank 7th, how many agencies typically display on?
I'm probably still not getting no clicks even at 7.
Right. So I think you probably need to be to get like in the top 3.
Yeah, above the fold.
Yes.
You got to be above the fold, and that's the goal.
Yes.
The fold is when you push. I mean, a lot of people don't know that terminology, but the fold is if you search Google right now, and whatever you see come up before you got to scroll down is the fold, or whatever you see initially, because that's what people gonna click on, and excluding the ads. I don't click on ads like ever in Google, and most other people don't either. They go to the organic searches, and when you're doing that, when you're doing this stuff, it takes time. That's why I don't recommend this stuff initially, and I definitely don't recommend like new companies start spending their money on this stuff. But you have to get it started. And these people, they're very affordable. And going back to what we're discussing here with the virtual assistants, it gives us an opportunity to actually participate in that level of that work. We can compete in that market as well because we have access to people who can do it well at an affordable rate. Whereas before people were privy, or before the internet was able to, allow us to hire people and, work remotely like that, we just couldn't compete with like a Bright Star or a Visiting Angels or people like
Yes.
that who have the budget. And I think you're with a franchise. Like I don't know exactly what, like I never been worked in a franchise, know exactly how they work, but I always feel like I know they have a bigger budget and they send you guys whatever, we don't get that as smaller companies. So we have to do the things like this to compete and stay competitive. And you can do it. I pay him less than $200 a month.
Wow, I'm with a
All that.
franchise and I pay like 350.
And what are
And
you
they don't-
so what are you so I don't, you ain't gotta give me nothing you don't want to, but how is it, how many leads are you getting from that 350?
0.
Okay.
Well, I get
No, I was
periodically.
expecting 0. I was expecting you to say
Yeah, so periodically I get leads, but it's nowhere near what I believe I should be getting. And I'm working with the vendor now to figure out like what's going on. They're like right on the verge of being fired, honestly, at this point, because it's been too long. We did a whole new web page, and then they were like, well, when you do a new web page, you go back to the bottom, you gotta work your way back up, and it takes a while. So I'm like, okay, now we're past that point. Now I'm still not getting any leads. Like, what's happening. So they're about to be fired. But if you're paying less than 2, you're ranking, at 7, that's not
you're seeing
terrible.
it. Yeah, you're seeing it.
Okay, yeah, I am in the top 3 though. So I will say that.
That's great. So you're above the fold.
I'm above the fold most often, but but my web page is not the best web page. And you mentioned a very good one, Visiting Angels. They are powerful. Like everybody, I know they get a lot online, but they have a lot of a large market share as well.
Of what? Just
Clients.
In general? Okay.
Yeah.
They're just a big company.
Yeah, they're pretty, well, it's a big company, but they're well known. Like they have some strong marketing stuff. And so we don't have that strong marketing thing going on. That's what intrigued me about you initially, honestly, Alan, is your marketing strategies that other people were not doing. Cause I'm like, I couldn't really compete with the Visiting Angels. So when you talked about putting signs out, I have it all written down like on a spreadsheet. I was listening to your podcast and stuff way before now. But when you talked about putting signs out on the lawn, I was trying to hire my cousin, but then go put signs out. And so you had some, I don't know if it's called guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, guerrilla marketing. Yeah.
Okay, but you had techniques that I thought was like under the umbrella of like the Visiting Angels and the Bright Stars.
Yeah, and that's how I typically been able to survive. It's just like, and I'm gonna give you this quick tip too before I forget. You can, if your SEO company, if that vendor if they're good, if they're awesome, and I'm gonna say 2 things I want to say. They can, website developers, search engine people who do internet marketing for you, they could be like used car sales. I'm gonna just tell you that right off top.
Okay.
They will keep running you up and you won't get no results. So you got to be really careful about these dudes because they're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing about these people that we work with, Elite, they show you exactly what they're doing. So you know exactly where your money, like I want to see exactly what you're doing every month. You're not gonna just tell me you working, you doing this and that every month, and then I ain't no result. We're gonna because a small company, we can't afford it. I can't spend, even I've been doing it for 10 years and I still can't spend $350, $500, between $350, $500 a month on, and get no results 6-7 months. It's just not gonna happen. I can't let it last that long. I have to nip it in the bud, figure it out, optimize, or get somebody else, or just drop that strategy. So that's one thing I wanted to say. But then also what they will do, what great web developers do and stuff like SEO people, they study those people's. They know how to see behind the scenes, I don't know how, of what these websites are doing and take their strategies, you know what I'm saying, and use some of their backlinks and stuff like that. So if they're not doing that, you can actually, and you gave me an idea with visiting angels. So like in my market, a lot of the families say visiting devils because they have a
Oh,
bad reputation.
oh
But
my.
you know, like one of my, you know, a couple of my clients, they tried visiting angels at some point. They always like, oh, they terrible because they have a bad reputation for sending different caregivers every day. Like they'll send a different character. They don't care. They'll
Oh,
just keep. They don't care. It's like they do like it's so like you said they're big, so they don't. You know, it's more like they don't focus on the little things as much. So that's our opportunity: customer service,
right,
consistency, availability, communication. Like that's where we can win
right.
with and pricing. Because I know with most franchises, it's only so low y'all can go because I mean you have a monthly
Yeah,
nut.
royalties.
Yeah, there's only so much you can go. So if I
Yeah,
can figure out a way to get right up under there, I'm gonna get you
right,
every time. So
right,
that's the thinking. Um,
right.
but man, we didn't went
That's,
way over. We already at
yeah,
7:10.
yeah.
We covered most of this stuff. The only thing I didn't really talk about is what they do. They can do monthly newsletters, digital and paper, drip campaign, email drip campaigns. They do copy. And when I say short and long form, that's like they could do like little posts for you, or they could do blog posts. They can they could do blog, like add like blog posts to your website, which is great
Mm,
for optimization. And then they could do what we call content syndication, and that's just putting your content everywhere. Like
mm,
putting it everywhere. They could use like one ad, so that one piece of content that you might post on Facebook can be syndicated and sent to every other um social media site, whether that's Pinterest, whether that's Medium, if it's long form copy, whether it's Twitter, whatever, um, just these are just some of the things that virtual assistants can do for you.
mm. Okay, very good.
um, the assignment for the week: create an account. Just create some accounts: Fiverr, Freelance, Slack. Create a list of tasks for your VA. Start a project on Fiverr. It's only $5 just to do it. If you've never done it, go ahead and start a thing. You can get a flyer done for $5. You can go get a update your logo for $5, or just get a new logo. Like whatever you want to do, they can do that on Fiverr. So some of the assignments I have for you guys today is to do that. Creating a virtual assistant task list and job description. I know I said create a list for your VA, but really sit down and think about what needs to be done in your company. Like, I don't know how other people are when it comes to their business, but I know successful company business owners, they spend a lot of time thinking about their company, just thinking about it. And you have to think about it. You have to act like I'm going to sit down and think about it. Take notes and just think about what I need to do. How can I make things better? And if I had a good thing is today, if I had the money, what would I do? And or what would I have? What's some of the tasks that I would have done? What's some of the things that I've learned on online, whether you learned it from me, somewhere else, create a good list, create a job description, and this is going to help you prepare. So when you start hiring them, you'll have somewhere to start. You'll have some footing when you get into this aspect of business. And Cassandra, she said that people were apprehensive about virtual assistants, and I get it. When you say and it's just ignorance, and I'm not saying it in a mean way, it's just they don't know.
Mhm.
And
Right.
if they were made to know, it would be like insane. So I want you guys to not look at it, be very open-minded. Because listen here, the 4-hour work week, escape 9 to 5, live anywhere, and join the new rich. I don't know about the last part, the new rich, I don't know what that means, but I'm not far from this reality.
Mm.
I do not work, and I'm just gonna be honest with y'all.
Mhm.
I think, I plan, I delegate. I don't work.
Mhm.
And this book is will change your life. Most people who read this book don't even finish it and get so much information from it that they don't even go back to it. And that's one of my partners. He read like 2 or 3 chapters and he's a millionaire. He's doing better than me because he's in real estate. Kevin Melendez, I don't know if you guys follow my social. We be posting sometime, we travel together. But he read 2 or 3 chapters in this book. And what it said in the book was reach out to people, like the most highest people that you could think of. So like he gave an example of like, if you want to be a sports medicine person, you need to be reaching out to LeBron James. Don't even cut off the middleman. Figure out how to get in contact with LeBron James. He started actually implementing some of these strategies, and now this fool is hanging out with rappers, like legit hanging out with rappers. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, are you out here clout chasing? He like, bro, I'm using these strategies. He has, they not like the super famous rappers, but he has Jim Jones. He used to be famous back like early 2000s. Another kid who was on the Breakfast, some crazy stuff. But they're buying properties from him. They're buying properties from him in Ohio, in Cleveland, Ohio. He's selling these, famous people these raggedy buildings, and they loving them, because they're, 10 unit, 15 unit, 20 unit properties for 30, 40, 50,000, where these guys are from New York. They see that stuff and they like, I want 10 of them,
Right.
And he's been doing good like that. And he learned the strategy. And the only reason why I went through that whole thing, just because I just wanted to show you guys the power and the information in this book. Cassandra, if you've been around me listening, you should have read this already.
I know, I had the printed copy, but I just downloaded it on audio. I mean, on audio books. Yeah, but I had the printed copy, but I need to hear it. I need to listen to it.
Oh, absolutely.
And up in the morning getting dressed and on my way to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
On my way to the office.
That's it for tonight. I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer.
Good. This was awesome. And there's more to come, I'm sure. So,
absolutely. The next week we're going to be discussing sales.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank everybody for participating and giving me some feedback. It's a lot easier for me if I'm just not talking to a screen. So I really appreciate that. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you guys next week. And don't forget, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just reach out to me outside of this, and we'll catch up. And Sonia, don't forget to give me a call tomorrow so we can start discussing your program for finding your property.
Hey, I'll call you in the morning.
All right. Thanks a lot. You guys have a good evening.
All right, Alan, I'll be reaching out to you regarding marketing and Kajabi. Should I do that on Facebook or email? What's the best way?
Just shoot me an email with just shoot me an email, or you can just give me a call.
Okay.
Just shoot me an email. I know you let's shoot me an email, and let's coordinate some times. I know you have a pretty tight schedule.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you for sharing, Valerie.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you guys. Good night.
I had to go to the restroom. See y'all next week. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I got that already. Okay, thanks. Bye, y'all.
All right, good night. Yeah.